Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Kristen Hansen, and this is Goddess Imagine, a transformational yoga and modern metaphysical studio. Welcome back to the channel. Today's class will be focused on the solar plexus. A couple weeks ago, I kicked off a little mini introductory series into each of the 7 chakras, where we would learn about what they are, where they're located, the area of the body that they govern, and the role that they play in our ability to up-level and transform ourselves. We talked about how the chakras are an energetic body system that exists along the anterior aspect of the spine, and they begin with the root chakra that sits at the base of the spine, and they're layered all the way up through the interior part of the spine and end at the crown of our head with the crown chakra. In week 1, we explored the root chakra. Last week, we talked about the sacral chakra. This week, our focus will be on the solar plexus. Now, the solar plexus is a beautiful bright yellow color, and it sits right below our diaphragm at the top of the stomach. This is a very big chakra with a huge influence over us as human beings. This is what governs our levels of personal empowerment and our ability to manifest our dreams and ideas into reality, including being able to manifest our ideal business and the luxury lifestyle that we've always imagined. There's 4 different levels to our personal empowerment. Number 1, there is our levels of personal power, which is our self-confidence and our self-esteem. Next, there is our personal strength, which is our levels of courage and tenacity and bravery. Then we have our willpower, which is the action component of us, which allows us to set ideal expectations and then follow through on those dreams and goals. It governs our personal authority, which is our inner knowing or our intuition, that part of ourselves that's our gut instinct or our inner voice. Physically, the solar plexus governs our digestive system, which includes the stomach, the gallbladder, the pancreas, and our intestinal tract. When we have a high-functioning and healthy solar plexus, we're able to go out into the world and provide for ourselves. We have self-confidence, we have self-esteem. We're able to handle difficult situations. We're able to overcome blocks and obstacles. We're able to have dreams and goals and able to create a plan and then follow through on those expectations. And we're able to trust our inner voice. We're able to trust our own guiding instincts. But when we have a compromised solar plexus, we're not confident and we don't have self-esteem. We constantly rely on other people to build us up, to inspire us and motivate us to get things done. We don't have the ability to face difficult situations. We either shirk personal responsibility, we blame others, or we deny it. We don't have the ability to set goals, to set expectations for ourselves. We're continuously stopping and starting projects and never seeing anything through to completion. We also don't trust ourselves. We don't trust our voice. We can't make a logical decision. We'd rather ask 20 people what they think we should do than to trust ourselves. For our system, we begin to get inflammation, right? Which can cause us to have indigestion, heartburn, or develop things like GERD. Maybe you battle continuous nausea, or maybe you're getting gallstones or developing pancreatitis. And then just think about the intestines, right? Either we struggle with constipation or develop things like IBS or colitis, right? Today's class contains elements and flows that go deep within the solar plexus that allow us to begin to root out all that negative trauma and drama, which will allow us to radically increase our levels of personal empowerment and begin to manifest our dreams and ideas into reality. Today's class will feature a reclined savasana. So if you have a blanket for underneath your head or a bolster for underneath your knees, you may want to go ahead and grab that. And if you have your blocks handy, you might want to take them as well. And when you're ready, I will meet you on the mat. To begin, we come to sit in Sukhasana, tucking our feet up underneath us and bring our hands down around behind our hips. As we bring ourselves into a tall seat, we stack our head over our heart, over our hips, aligning our spine. Hold our stomach in nice and tight and lift our chin till it's parallel with the mat. Draw our shoulders down away from our ears. And as we begin to feel comfortable, we can release our hands, open our palms to the universe, and maybe close our eyes down. As we begin to shift our consciousness, as we come into this time and space, this time and place, we're stepping into the spiritual realm from the mundane world, and we park all of our worldly concerns at the door. We take all of our outward attention and turn it inwards towards ourselves. We open the mind, body, and spirit to infinite possibilities. As we inhale, release the hands, bring them high overhead, palms come together. Exhale, we come to prayer, hands at our chest. And we take a moment to invite our higher power and spiritual team to join us. And we can also set an intention for our class. When we're finished, we bow and say, so mote it be. Then we come to rise, open our eyes, place our hands on our knees for our head turns. And we gently turn our head over to the right, looking over our right shoulder. As we inhale, gently lift the chin upwards as we slowly rotate our head to the left. From our left shoulder, we exhale, lift the chin, and gently turn to the right. From the right shoulder, we inhale, dip the chin to chest. Relax the neck and relax the shoulders as we turn towards the left. From the left shoulder, we exhale, dip the chin, and rotate back to the right. From our right shoulder, we bring our eyes forward. We'll be doing shoulder, back, bound hands for our head tilt. If that's not in your wheelhouse, you can keep your hands on your knees here and then tilt to the right and left when I call it. Otherwise, bring your hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and then pull the hands and shoulder blades down your spine. Then we bring our hands over to our right hip using our lower left forearm to help us sit up tall, and then we tuck in that little right elbow. From our tall seat, we inhale through the nose. Exhale, tilt the right ear to the right shoulder. This is a big opening, and you may not feel that you're moving very much, but every little bit helps. Relax the jaw, relax our shoulder down. Relax our body all the way down through our thighs, our calves, and our feet. Breathe in and breathe out. Then we bring our head upright, release our hands behind us, and this time we come over to our left hip. Lower right forearm helps us to sit up tall, and we tuck in that little left elbow. From our tall seat, breathe in through the nose. Exhale, we tilt the left ear to the left shoulder. Relax our face and our shoulders and our body all the way down through our legs and feet. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring ourselves back to center, release our hands, give them a little bit of a shake. And then we untuck the right foot, untuck the left, give them a shake. For our easy pose opening flow this morning, bend the left knee, bring the inside of the left foot to the inside of the right thigh, flex our toes up high, bring our hands back around our hips to guide us into our seat. Then we inhale, lift our hands up high overhead, exhale, lower them down. Inhale, we lift them all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring them down. Left hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Right bicep to the right ear, bringing our eyes upward. Exhale, bring our hand down. Inhale, lift our hands up high. Exhale, lower them down. Right hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Left bicep to the left ear, bringing our eyes up. Exhale, bring the hand down. Beautiful. Inhale, lift our hands up, we turn to the right. Exhale, we open into a twist. Open up our right shoulder as we use our left hand to guide us into our twist. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lift our hands up high, turn to the left. Exhale, open into our twist. Roll the left shoulder open, use our right hand to guide us into our twist. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, float our fingertips all the way down to the ground. Keeping in alignment with our hips, walk your hands out as far as you can. Maybe tempted to go this way, but we want to keep within our alignment. And then lower our head down for a breath. Walk our hands back to an upright position. As we inhale, rotate our left hand behind us. Exhale, lift our hips up to the sky. Shining our solar plexus out into the universe. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Lower our hips down to the ground. Untuck the left leg, give them a shake. Now we bring the right foot in to the inside of the left thigh. Hands come back around the hips to help us sit up tall. Flex our left toes up. Then we inhale, lift the hands up high. Exhale, lower them down. Inhale, we lift them all the way up. Pull those biceps back. Exhale, lower them down to the ground. Right hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Left bicep to the left ear, bringing those eyes upwards. Exhale, bring the hand down. Inhale, lift our hands high. Exhale, lower them down. Left hand goes on the mat as we inhale. Right bicep to the right ear, bringing the eyes up. Exhale, lower our arm down. Beautiful. Stay with me. Inhale, lift the hands high as we turn to the left. Exhale as we open into a twist. Open up the left shoulder. Use our right hand to guide us. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lift our hands up, turn to the right. Exhale, open to a twist. Roll the right shoulder open, use our left hand to guide us. Breathe in, breathe out. Inhale, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, float our fingertips all the way down to the ground. Lower our head towards the earth as we pause here to breathe. Walk our hands back to an upright position. Inhale, rotate the right hand behind us. Exhale, lift our hips up to the sky. Again, focusing our energy on that solar plexus, radiating that beautiful yellow light. Breathe in, breathe out. Lower ourselves down to the ground. Beautiful. Now, we're going to untuck this right leg. It might be a lot to sit in that position for a while. We'll bring the left foot back in for our knee to nose. Again, we're sitting up tall, working to build our posture, bringing those shoulders back, building our confidence and all of our personal empowerment one step at a time. Then we inhale, lift our hands up high overhead as we turn to the right. Exhale, knee to nose. Coming forward from the hips, keeping our back nice and straight. We bring ourselves down as close to our knee as we can. You can keep a slight bend in that knee if that's more comfortable for you. Breathe in, breathe out. Walk ourselves back up. Inhale, lift the hands up high, turn to the right. Exhale, knee to nose. Breathe in, breathe out. Awesome. Walk ourselves up, untuck the left leg, give them a shake. Bring the right foot in. Hands come back around the hips to guide us into our seat. Then we inhale, lift the hands up, return to the left. Exhale, knee to nose. Breathe in, breathe out. Beautiful. Walk ourselves back up. Inhale. Lift the hands high. Turn to the left. Exhale, knee to nose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk ourselves back up. Untuck the right leg. Give them a shake for our modified seated straddle. Widen the feet as far as you can and still sit up nice and tall. Bring our hands back around our hips, opening the chest. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Then we inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, forward fold. We're working to bring our nose as close as we can to the ground, coming forward from our hips. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Slide our hands up our legs as we inhale. Lift the hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Confidence and grace. Confidence and grace. Breathe in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Walk ourselves up. You got this. Tuck our feet up underneath us and then return to face the top of the mat. Once we're here, we come up and over those knees into our tabletop position for our tabletop flow. Continuing our little warm-up circuit here, making sure we got everything all tucked in. Nothing's going to fly out during our practice. Knees are underneath the hips, hands are underneath the shoulders. Roll the elbow eyes forward, press into all four corners of your palms. Hold the stomach in tight as you lower it to the ground and lift our head and tailbone to the sky for a few cat-cows. Cat-cows help to bust up that negative energy in the midline of our body and pump it out through the crown of our head. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, press into our palms and lift our spine all the way up to the sky. Inhale, lower down into cow. Exhale, lift high into cat. Inhale, lower the stomach, lift the eyes forward. Exhale, lift our spine to the sky. Stay with me. Inhale, we lower all the way down. Lift our spine all the way to the sky. Beautiful. One last time. Inhale, we lower down deep into cow. Exhale, we lift high into cat. Well done. Bring ourselves back to a neutral spine for our side arm raise. Starting with the right hand, we inhale, reach underneath us, and then slowly drift our right hand all the way up to the sky, opening up that right side of our body, bringing our arm up as high as we can go. And then exhale, we float the fingertips all the way back down to the ground. Then we inhale, reach underneath us, rotate that right hand all the way back up to the sky. This time, when we get to as far as what we can, then we exhale, breathe it out. We pause here to maybe pull back just a little bit more, pushing ourselves just a little bit. Breathe in deep and exhale. Beautiful. Float our fingertips all the way back down to the ground. Beautiful job. Changing hands, we reach under with our left hand as we inhale. Slowly rotate our left hand all the way up to the sky. Opening up the left side of our body, drifting the fingers all the way up as far as we can. Then we exhale, float the fingertips back to the ground. Then we inhale, reach underneath us. Float the left hand up to the sky, lifting all the way up as far as we can. Once we're there, then we exhale. Maybe finding just a little bit more space. Deep breath in, deep breath out. You got this. Beautiful. Bring our left hand all the way back down to the ground. Beautiful job, guys. As we inhale, widen the knees to the edge of the mat. Exhale, send the hips back into wide-legged child's pose. Walk the hands out as far as you can, and then roll the fingertips out, pressing each one into the mat. Hold our stomach in nice and tight as we lower ourselves down towards the mat, opening our mind, body, and spirit, and asking any negativity or trauma and drama that's surrounding our solar plexus. We ask that it be released from our body and sent out to the universe for our highest good. So mote it be. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Then we inhale, come to rise up on our knees. Exhale, shift the hips forward into upward facing dog. Pressing into the palms, elbow, eyes, stay forward. Draw the shoulders down away from the ears. Shine the eyes forward. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, send the hips back, widen out our knees to the edge of the mat. Exhale, wide-legged child's pose. Walk our hands out long, and then roll our fingertips out, pressing each one into the mat. Hold the stomach in tight. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, come to rise, bring the knees together. Exhale, shift the hips forward, upward facing dog. Relax the glutes, relax the thighs as we lift our upper body high, this time shining our solar plexus forward. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Beautiful. Send ourselves back to tabletop position for our modified balancing table this morning. And I'll give you just a little demo here of what we're doing. We're going to inhale, send the right foot back. Exhale, press out the toes. Then we inhale, send the left arm out. Exhale, raise the back leg up till it's parallel with the mat. We focus on a spot, take a deep breath in, and then we exhale, round. Inhale, we straighten. Exhale, we round. Now, if that's not in your wheelhouse, if you're tipping over, because I used to when I first started, you can keep both hands on the mat. We just send the right foot back, elevate it up, and then we round knee to nose, and then extend the leg out long behind you. Whatever is in your wheelhouse and you're most comfortable with. But I do invite you to eventually extend ourselves a little bit and practice including the arms. So here we go. Elbow, eyes are forward as we inhale. Send the right foot back. Exhale as we press out the toes. Inhale. Send the left arm long. Exhale. Raise that right leg up. Find a point of balance on the mat. Deep breath in. And then we exhale, round. Inhale for 5. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 4. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 3. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 2. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 1. Exhale, we round. Beautiful. Bring our hand and knee back to the mat. Send the hips back into child's pose. Give the hips just a little bit of a wiggle. Rebalance the body. And bring ourselves back up to tabletop for balancing table on the left. Inhale, send the left foot back. Exhale as we press out the toes. Inhale, send the right arm long. Exhale, raise that left leg up. Finding that point of balance on the mat, breathe in. Then we exhale, round. Inhale for 5. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 4. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 3. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 2. Exhale, we round. Inhale for 1. Exhale, we round. Beautiful. Bring our hands and knee back to the mat. Send the hips back for child's pose. Give them a little bit of a wiggle. Then we inhale, come to rise, turn the toes down. Exhale, send those hips up and back, downward facing dog. We're rolling this morning, ladies. We got this going on. Press the heels gently into or down towards the mat. Hold our stomachs in tight as we release our shoulders. We're learning a little bit more in our practice, if you've been following me up to here, adding a little bit more out of each class, learning to extend ourselves, learn a little bit more each time we get together on the mat. Then, once we feel comfortable, we can pause here, let the heels sink into or fall down towards the mat as we pause here for 2 breaths. Then we step up a half a foot, step forward, bend the knees, bring the eyes forward, and then slowly walk to the top of the mat, keeping our fingertips connected. Root our feet into the ground. As we root to rise, bring our hands up overhead. Exhale as we come into mountain pose. We'll be doing 2 rounds of sun salutations, and you're welcome to use your blocks. When we come into wide arm forward fold, maybe sometimes we can't touch the mat. We can use the blocks to help bridge that gap as we forward fold. Then we can inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Set the blocks out of the way and then step into our downward facing dog. If you don't have a block, then we can bend the knees. This is your practice. And I know when I first started yoga, I felt like I had to stay still everywhere I was. We can move around on the mat to find our pose and to find our balance in that pose. So we come to stand at the top of the mat into mountain pose. Again, making sure everything's all tucked in. Drawing the shoulders down away from the ears, hold our stomach in nice and tight, palms are open. And as we send our attention towards our solar plexus today, maybe getting used to that idea of personal empowerment and what that means to us, and the areas inside of our solar plexus that we need to personally address, and maybe connecting ourselves with that area in a new positive way. And we'll do that for just a moment. Then we begin. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing the arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold to the ground. Inhale, we come to halfway lift, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our right foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank, option to drop to the knees. Exhale, chaturanga to the mat. Inhale, we come up to cobra, draw the shoulders down. Exhale, back to the ground. Press into plank as we breathe in. Downward facing dog as we breathe out. Walk to the top of the mat, or we inhale, step up with our right foot. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, bring the hands up high overhead. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing our arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold to the ground. Inhale, we come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with the left foot. Exhale,
downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank, option to drop to the knees. Exhale, chaturanga to the ground. Inhale, we roll up to cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Press into plank as we breathe in. Downward facing dog as we breathe out. Inhale, step up with our left foot. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, bring the hands up overhead. Exhale, sink into chair. Inhale, swing our arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold to the ground. You got this. Inhale, we come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, we come forward to plank, option to drop the knees or shift forward on our toes. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, we come up to cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Press into plank as we breathe in. Downward facing dog as we breathe out. Inhale, step up with our right foot to the top of the mat. Exhale, bring up the left. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, last round. Exhale, sink into chair. You can say it with me. Inhale, swing the arms up and back. Exhale, wide arm forward fold. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look down, step back with our left foot. Exhale, downward facing dog. You got this. Stay with me. Inhale, we come forward to plank. Exhale, chaturanga to the ground. Inhale, we come up to cobra. Exhale, back to the mat. Press up into plank as we breathe in. Downward facing dog as we breathe out. Inhale, step up with our left foot. Exhale, bring up the right. Inhale, come to halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, bring the hands up overhead, change up. Exhale, wide arm forward fold, back to the ground. Step back with our right foot, step back with our left foot, downward facing dog. Whew. We pause here to breathe. Pause here to catch our breath. Rebalance ourselves, reconnect with ourselves, reconnect with the mat. Then we inhale, step up with our right foot to the top of the mat for warrior one. Parallel the back foot to the back of the mat, or the back foot at a 45-degree angle. Then we exhale, bring our hands all the way up into our warrior one. Want to square the shoulders and the hips to the top of the mat, maybe reaching down and pulling that hip back just a little bit. We lift the eyes, lift the body upwards. We're going to pull those biceps back away from the ears. Breathe in, breathe out. For pyramid pose, we're going to bring our hands behind us, interlace the fingers. If that's not in your wheelhouse, you can keep the hands on the hips. Otherwise, we bring our hands back, interlace the fingers, pull the shoulder blades and hands down our spine. On the inhale, straighten the front leg, bring our eyes to the sky. Exhale, we come down into pyramid pose. Option to come halfway or as close to our knee as we possibly can. Sending the arms up high above us or out from our sides if they're on our hips. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we inhale, come to rise, release that left hand, rotate it around, parallel the back foot to the back of the mat as we open up long into warrior two. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, soften the jaw. We lift the chest, lift the eyes upward, radiate our solar plexus. Turn to look over our right hand. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Here we go. Lift the palm as we inhale, come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, we come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. We pull the left shoulder back gently, nudge the right thigh open as we lift the chest and lift the eyes upward. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we inhale, come to rise. Exhale, warrior two. We flip the palm, inhale, come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, standing T. Shift to the right as we breathe in. Exhale, come down into triangle pose. Option to grab our block behind the foot. Some have been using it in front. We use it behind the foot, or we can use our hand, whatever is more comfortable for you. Float the eyes to the ground or up to the sky, anywhere in between. Breathe in, breathe out. Then we inhale, come to rise. Exhale, turn our right toes forward, making sure the toes are aligned. Then we inhale, send the arms out long. Exhale, pull the shoulders back, opening for modified star pose. Focusing on our solar plexus, connecting to our divine feminine energy, our inner goddess element, and using all of those modalities we have to lift and to radically increase our personal empowerment. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we inhale, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, wide arm forward fold down to the ground. Widen our heels slightly more than our toes for Pada Risa Pada Tandasana. Letting some blood flow get to our brain. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Beautiful. We're going to walk towards the top of the mat for a locust pose this morning. Pivot the front foot, pivot the back foot, hands come to the top of the mat. Step back into your downward facing dog, shift forward to plank, and then we chaturanga all the way down to the mat. Locust pose is excellent for work with the solar plexus, but it also helps to prepare the body for other poses we'll be doing later. Now, the way that I was taught, we bring the hands back, draw the shoulders away from the ears, and when we lift the feet, the hands, and the head. Now, sometimes people practice just lifting the head, sometimes people practice lifting the feet, whatever's most comfortable for you. So here we go. We inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, lift, 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 draw the shoulders down. Exhale, back to the mat. Last time, inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, back to the mat. Beautiful. Bring your hands alongside your chest as we inhale. Press into tabletop, turn the toes down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a moment here to pedal. And we send ourselves forward for our vinyasa, taking our push-up, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, now we work on the left. So we inhale, raise up our left foot, step it to the top of the mat, parallel the back foot forward. As we exhale, come up into warrior one. This time, left shoulder comes back, right shoulder comes forward, squaring the shoulders and the hips to the top of the mat. Pull the arms back, lift the chest, lift the face forward. I know it's a big pull. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Beautiful. Bring our hands behind our back or to our hips. Interlace the fingers, pull the shoulder blades down our spine. On the inhale, straighten the front leg, lift our eyes upward. Exhale, we come down, pyramid pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Then we inhale, come to rise. This time release the right hand, rotate it out as we parallel the back foot to the back of the mat. Send the arms out long, drop the shoulders as we come into warrior two. Lift the face, lift the chest forward. Extend the arms out, radiating that energy out through our fingertips. Then we turn our head to look over our left hand. Breathe in, breathe out. Here we go. Inhale, we come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, we come back to reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Pull the right shoulder back gently. Nudge that left thigh open just a little bit. Lift the chest and lift the eyes forward. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Then we inhale, come to rise. Exhale, warrior two. Flip the palm as we inhale. Come back to reverse. Exhale, standing T. Inhale as we shift to the left. Exhale, come down, triangle pose. Option to use the blocks or your legs. My left leg is a little bit stiff today. Float your eyes to where they're most comfortable. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We inhale, come to rise. Exhale, turn the left toes forward, making sure our toes are aligned. Then we inhale, send the arms out long, widening the chest, shining our solar plexus forward. Exhale as we lift our eyes to the sky. Pause here to connect to our personal empowerment qualities, all those things that allow us to manifest everything we've ever imagined into reality. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we inhale, lift our hands up high overhead. Exhale, wide arm forward, fold to the ground. Widen out the heels slightly more than the toes for our Prasarita Pada Tandasana. Lower our head down as far as we can. Option to use the blocks if that's more comfortable for you. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we walk ourselves towards the top of the mat, pivot the front foot, pivot the back, step back into downward facing dog. Then we shift forward into plank, lower to our knees, and then we chaturanga all the way down to the mat for our locust pose. Flatten our feet, bring our hands around our sides, draw the shoulders away from our ears. Take a moment to press into our pelvis. Then you're going to lift with what you're most comfortable with. Then we inhale, come to rise. Exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, back to the ground. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, back to the ground. Beautiful. Bring our hands around our chest as we inhale. Press up into tabletop, turn the toes down. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment to catch your breath, pedal that out. And then we bring ourselves forward for our vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Well done, everyone. Come down to our knees. Send our hips back into child's pose just to take a breath for a moment. Well done. I'm so proud of everyone. You did so good. You did amazing. Every time we get on the mat, we release a little more of that trauma and drama, and we build back the most powerful aspects of ourselves. You're doing amazing. Then we walk ourselves up. We're going to come to sit on the mat. We'll be doing our seated forward fold, and then we'll recline down. So if you have your blanket or bolster or anything like that, you're going to want to grab that and have that handy. I can't lay on the flat ground without something underneath my head. So we come to sit into seated forward fold here, or seated staff pose. Bring our hands along our hips as we sit up nice and tall, giving everyone a moment to come into pose. Then we inhale, lift the hands up high overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in, breathe out. Slide our hands up our legs as we inhale, lift our hands high. Exhale, forward fold. Beautiful. Confidence and grace. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Then we walk ourselves back upright. Take your blanket or your pillow, whatever you need, place it behind you. I got this tie. It hurts me in my back if I don't take it out really quick. Set that to the side. Any hair clips that you have, I'm going to take them down. And then we come to sit in the center. Bring ourselves all the way forward. Give the legs a little bit of a shake. And then we bring ourselves back one vertebrae at a time, lowering ourselves slowly down to the ground. So I had to unfold my blanket just a little bit because I was a little bit too high for bridge pose. It's okay to have something underneath your head, but I was just a little bit too high. So we bring our feet flat on the mat, aligning the heels just outside of our hips. And then we tuck in our right shoulder blade, tuck in our left shoulder blade, giving us a little bit of padding, keeping our hands flat on the mat. We take a deep breath in, then we exhale, press into our hands and our feet, lifting our hips all the way up to the sky. Our chin, we lower down into our chest. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And then slowly lower our backside down to the ground. I'm going to do one more time. If you have to readjust, tucking your shoulder blades underneath you. Take a deep breath in. And then we exhale, press into our hands and feet, and lifting our solar plexus all the way to the sky. Directing all that healing energy from the universe. Taking anything away that does not serve our highest good. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then slowly lower our hips back down to the ground. Untuck your shoulder blades. We bring ourselves to flat on the ground. We can raise our knees upward, coming onto the small of our back, rocking back and forth, maybe side to side. I know that some people like to do circles in the spine. That's a little uncomfortable for me, but you're okay to do that if that's all right for you. And then we can wrap our hand around our right knee, pull it towards our chest as we extend our left leg out long. Changing sides, bring the left knee in, extend the right leg out long. Bring the right knee in, extend the left leg. Last time, wrap around the left knee, extend the right leg long. Bring our knees back to center, lower our feet to the ground. Extend the left leg, extend the right leg. Bring our hands up overhead. With the right hand, grab your left wrist as you inhale. Pull and give ourselves a nice big stretch to the right. Exhale, breathe it out. Bring ourselves back to center. Left hand wraps around the right wrist as we inhale. Gently pull to the left. Exhale, breathe it out. Bring our hands back to center. Point the toes down away from us. Extend the fingertips out long. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bring our hands back down to the ground. Open up our palms to the sky. Let our feet fall open as we let ourselves sink into the mat for our savasana. And as we lie here together today, we can begin to contemplate, what about our personal empowerment do we need to address the most? What about our personal power, our strength, our willpower, or our authority do we need to address first? And how can we get best on track to healing this very important part of ourselves? And I'll give us a moment here to consider that. All right, and we bring ourselves back to the here and now for those of us that are ready to go on our day. If you wish to stay longer, you're more than welcome to. And we bring back with us any inspiration or information we received during this session. Maybe you had sudden insight, you saw an image, had a vision, had a thought. Maybe you had a feeling come over you. Maybe a sense of renewal that, yes, I can do this. I may have been down, but I'm not staying down. I'm coming back strong. Whatever it is for you, I invite you to bring that knowledge back. As we open up our eyes, we come back to the here and now. Can raise up on the right foot, bending the right knee, and gently turn yourselves over to the left. Bring our right hand to the ground and slowly lift ourselves all the way up as we turn to sit back in our Sukhasana. Taking a moment just to regather. I don't do reclined Savasana often because it sometimes hurts my back, but I do try to interject it a little bit here and there. That's why I always say if it's something you want to do, you're more than welcome to. So let's bring ourselves to prayer, hands at our chest. Let's take a deep breath in together and exhale. We bow and say namaste, that the yogi in me honors and recognizes the yogi in you. We come to rise. Thank you so much for joining me in this class today. I truly hope that you found this beneficial. As always, this healing journey, we just tried different modalities and different things to try to bring us relief and to bring us the results that we most desire. And while we may have problems in our physical body systems, sometimes the energetic body system can play a pivotal role as well. And if we want to be willing to manifest or to up-level and transform, to become the woman that we were created to be, to manifest the luxury lifestyle that we've always imagined, then we have to begin to do the work and learn the steps as to how we do that. And that begins with working on ourselves. And that's why we're here. So thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate you. Please don't forget to like this video and to maybe leave a comment below to share with me where you're at in this healing journey. I will see you all in the next yoga video when we'll be dealing with the heart chakra. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day. Brightest blessings, everyone, and I'll see you all next time. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.